Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. As you know, today's field trip day. So Comic-Con is going on a field trip to some museum far, far in outer space, thanks to our good friend Mrs. Frizzle and the Magic School Bus. But as you know, Miss Frizzle can't ever have a normal trip anywhere. So expect some chaos and nonsense to happen. And oh look, here comes the chaos. Everything's gone crazy with this old man over here, the collector. And now we can't find Miss Frizzle. Or the Magic School Bus. So it's up to everybody's favorite Avenger slash Champion slash X-Man, Ms. Marvel, to help everybody out. So the objective is simple. Defeat all the threat from the main scheme. Find Miss Frizzle, who is somewhere lost in the museum. Find the Magic School Bus and get out. So in regards to Ms. Frizzle, if Ms. Frizzle is dealt to us as an encounter card, she immediately comes into play and that card gains Surge. If she is discarded from the encounter deck, she goes into our discard pile. And we cannot complete stage 2B because this particular, and finally how the scenario is won is we have to clear all the threat from the scenarios. So we cannot complete scheme 2B unless we find Miss Frizzle. So we're going to have to hunt her down before we can get our hands on the school bus and do some things. All right, so in that case, everybody knows the rules. Let's shuffle up and have some fun. We're going to go ahead and do setup right now. Put the library labyrinth environment into play. Set the ship command modular environment aside. And we flip over to the missing Milano Magic School Bus. So has 7 threats, schemes out at 11. If the scheme is completed, we lose the game. So the objective of this game is very simple. Find Miss Frizzle, get on the Magic School Bus, and leave. All right, so I will go ahead and draw Combo's hands at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Digging Deep, Sneak By, Hall of Heroes, No Quarter, Melee, and a Genius. I think we can get rid of everything but the Genius and the Sneak By. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Another Digging Deep, Angela, Melee, Amir Khan, Sneak By, and Genius. Okay. Alright, I guess I will play a Digging Deep for 1 to bring Amir Khan into play. Exhaust Amir Khan. Place a card from my discard pile on the bottom of my deck. I'll put a Digging Deep on there. And draw a card. Okay, aggressive stance. And we'll do Kamala's Teen Spirit ability. Discard cards from the top of your deck until I discard a Ms. Marvel card and add that card to my hand. Ooh, White Fox. After she's discarded from the top of my deck, put her into play under your control. Battle Fury gets discarded. No Quarter gets discarded. Winter Soldier gets discarded. Shrink. Okay. Ooh, this is very good. Much better. Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to spend Genius for 2 to play down Shrink. When I play a thwart event exhaust Shrink, increase the amount resolves by 2. Okay, this is very good because we might do pretty well. All right, I'm going to spend 2 to play Sneak By, remove 3 threat from a scheme, but her interrupt, exhaust, Shrink, increasing that for 2, so I remove 5. All right, I will go ahead and just play Angela down because I still have her. Forced response, after she enters play, search the top 10 cards in the encounter deck for a minion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Are any of these minions? None of them are minions, okay. So now we shuffle the encounter deck, and if no minion was put into play this way, discard Angela. Alright, but Kama will exhaust and remove a threat from the missing Milano. And White Fox will exhaust to remove another threat from the missing Milano. The 0 threat on here. Force to interrupt when the last threat is removed from the scheme, advance to 2A. 2A when revealed. Put the set aside Milano support from ship command into play under my control. So wonderful news, people. We have found the magic school bus. And we don't know how to drive it, so now we got to find Ms Frizzle. And 2B starts with 11 threats. Completes at 15. And remember, we cannot complete this. We cannot advance this scheme to 3 until we find Ms Frizzle. So Ms Frizzle needs to be found. All right, the Library Labyrinth scheme could help us out, but I don't know if I want to get an encounter card yet. We'll hold up for right now and instead just everybody goes back to hero form, and we dropped 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And you toys are Aggressive Energy, Nadia Bakir, Wiggle Room, Power of Aggression, and Big Hands. Okay, this might not be so terrible. Okay. Scheme goes up to 12. Collector's going to attack Kamala for 1. She'll just take it to the face. So 2 damage total. We're going to play Wiggle Room to block that. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of the damage, and draw a card. I don't want to do morphogenics yet, so we'll leave that be for now. Discarded. Wiggle Room gets discarded. My bad card is I have you now. When revealed, I am stunned. The collector attacks me. Attacks me for 1 plus 2. Okay. Oh, this is not great. All right, then she's going to exhaust to remove a threat. White Fox will exhaust to remove another threat. And you enter the fray for 1 to play Nadia Bakir, or Nakia Bahadir into play. All right, okay, so now I'm going to have to use the Library Labyrinth's ability, deal myself a face down encounter card, remove 5 threat from the main scheme. All right, so now she's going to flip to alter ego form. Oh, joy. So there's Ms Frizzle. So when she gets discarded from the top of the deck, she will go into our discard pile. Then we'll have to find her and keep finding her, because she's not going to be dealt to us as an encounter card. Okay. So there's Ms Frizzle. And remember the special rule for this scenario. If she is dealt to an encounter card, we just get her. But because of the way things are looking right now, she will not be dealt with as an encounter card. She will be discarded as a boost for collector. So when that happens, she goes into our discard pile. Then we have to find her again later. But again, we cannot complete this until Ms Frizzle is in play. All right, so now we're just going to do Teen Spirit. Discard cards from the top of my deck until I get discarded Ms Marvel card and add it to my hand. No. 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 Yes. Okay, then I'm going to use... Actually, no. I'm going to use Nakia's ability. Exhaust her, reduce the cost of the next card I play this phase by 1. I'm going to reduce Bruno to bring him in. I'll then exhaust Amir, place 1 card from my discard pile on the bottom of my deck, and draw a card. I think removing threats more important, so I'm going to spread down Sneak By. And we draw a card, no quarter. I don't care. I'm going to exhaust Bruno to I'll attach Power of Aggression to Bruno. No, not Power of Aggression. We will do Big Hands. We'll do her ability, one of her cards. And we'll get rid of everything else because they all suck. And everybody will straighten up. And we'll draw back up to our hand size of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, do toys. Chase them down, enter the fray. Big Hands, Wolverine, Sneak By, and Energy. Okay. All right, we put a threat here. Collector Schemes for 1, plus a boost. Ms Frizzle does not have a boost. And bad card. cards are. First bad card is Obedience Potion. Attach my identity, attach character, gains -1 thwart, -1 attack, -1 defense. Oh no, stat she's never going to use. Okay. Hero action, take 1 damage and spend 2 mental resources. Discard this card. I might do that later, but for right now I really don't care. Second card. The Monarch card. The player who defeated this key may ready their identity. So 3 and hinder of 2, so 5 threat. All right. Amir's going to exhaust to put Ms Frizzle on the bottom of the deck and draw a card. All right, and got a wiggle room. All right, combo's going to do Teen Spirit. Discard cards from top of my deck until I discard a Ms Marvel card and add it to my hand. All right, got it. 1 by whatever suit. I'll exhaust a mono to play the Biokinetic Power Pursuit. Actually, no, we will not do that. I'll instead exhaust Nakia, reduce the cost of the next card I play this phase by 1, and play the suit for free. Two, 3 and 4. To play Wolverine. Attack, gain piercing, heal damage, blah, 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 blah. That big K is going to ready up. Go to hero form. Indeed. Exhaust Biokinetic Power Suit to get an event card. Oh, no, wait. No, we will not flip up yet. I'm going to exhaust Bruno to put another big hands on him. Actually, no. Wait a minute. Let me think about this. No better idea. Okay. She's going to go ahead and flip up to hero form. Then Kamala will exhaust to get rid of the stun. Yeah, you have to get rid of the stun because... Okay, getting rid of the stun is the right play. I will then exhaust Bruno Corelli for his regular action. Exhaust Bruno, add up to 3 cards attached here to my hand. I'll bring big hands to my hand. Get that 1. 2 resource. To play Sneak By, remove 3 threat from a scheme. But I get to use the Shrink, Interrupt, exhaust that. Increase the amount it removes by 2. So this removes a total of 5. I'm going to remove 5 from you. So this goes in the victory pile. When defeated, I can ready my identity. And then I will exhaust Ms. Marvel for her Morphogenics ability. After I play an attack, thwart a defense event, Exhaust Ms. Marvel, return that event to my hand. So Sneak By comes back. And I pay 2 more resources to play Sneak By just to remove 3 threat from the main scheme. Wolverine's just going to go ahead and attack the Collector for 3. White Fox will exhaust just to pop Collector for 1 more, so he's at 4. Actually, no. We will not do that. She will instead exhaust to remove a threat from this. So she's gone. I basically want to get the threat on this as down as far as we can. So once we find Ms Frizzle, we can just go ahead and bum rush any kind of threat issues and just get out of here. All right, everything else I've done is done, so we're going to straighten everybody. I'm going to keep wiggle room. We'll draw to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Nuts. Digging Deep, Psylocke, 1 by 1, Sneak By, and Wiggle Room. Right, 1 threat on Lost in the Mountain. Collector attacks me for 1. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to Wiggle Room that. When I would take any damage, prevent 3 of it, so I do take 1. But I draw a card. The card I drew is into the fray. And you know what? She's going to go ahead and do Morphogenics again. After I play an attack or a defense event, exhaust Ms Marvel, return it to my hand. I'll get Wiggle Room back just in case. And my bad card is Trap. Welcome to Murder World. So 3 threat on here. When defeated, the player defeated this side scheme takes 2 damage. Okay. Alright, it's my turn now. Wolverine's response after this turn begins. Heal a damage from him. Okay, so we will custom allow for 1. No, not yet. I'm trying to think. So I'm definitely going to flip down this turn anyway. So I can basically try to power Teen Spirit again, but alright, so I might as well. So it just exhaust Connect Suit for 1, 2 resources to play Sneak By, remove 3 threat from a scheme, so this is gone. When defeated, the player who defeats side scheme takes 2 damage, so she takes 2 more. Oh, sorry, this is defeated. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and I'm not going to play any Actually, no, I should play something. No, so if I reduce that by 1, 3 of these. No, getting Salak into play is more important than hitting a enemy. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and flip. All right. Exhaust Nakia, reduce the cost of the next card I play this phase by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. To bring Salak into play. And just play with 2 psionic counters on her. So she's going to exhaust and attack the collector for 1 damage. Interrupt when she attacks an enemy. Remove psionic counter from her. Confuse the enemy and deal 1 damage to it. So collector takes 2 damage, so a total of 5, and he's confused. And I'm going to exhaust Amir Khan to put a card from my discard pile on the bottom of my deck. And I'll put wiggle room on the bottom. And then draw a card. Red Dagger, okay. I'm going to exhaust Bruno to put Red Dagger on, to attach Red Dagger to Bruno, which we can use him for later. I'll keep with. No, I won't keep wiggle room. I'll get rid of wiggle room, so I can draw a full hand. Okay, Wolverine, I'm going to leave for right now. Everybody will straighten. We'll draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And towards our 1x1 strength. Big hands, melee, the Locust, and Embiggen. Alright, so 1 threat goes on the main scheme. He would scheme, but he's confused, so he is not. Bad card for this time around is Caught Off Guard. Discard an upgrade or support I control. Absolutely not. She does pretty well. I can't discard the bus. I guess I'll do Shrink. I'll get Shrink back with Amir if I have to. Alright, beginning the phase, Wolverine readies. I'm sorry, Wolverine heals. How many cards are in my deck yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. I'm going to exhaust Amir to put Shrink on the bottom of my deck and draw a card. Aggressive Energy. I will exhaust Nakia to reduce the cost of the next card I play this phase by 1. Salak should have a consequential on her from last turn. Alright, she'll exhaust again to attack and use her other ability to get rid of that last counter, so 2 more damage on Collector. And he's also confused again. I'm going to exhaust Bruno to get all the cards that are attached here to my hand. Probably just want to get Red Dagger in. Okay. 2, 3 to bring Red Dagger into play. Which I can possibly keep recycling him. So I will exhaust him and to remove 2 threat from Lost in the Museum. Kama's going to exhaust to heal herself. And she's got a very nice recovery stat, so that's always a good idea. Now she'll flip to hero form. And I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 resources to play Embiggen. So when I play attack, get rid of these 2. And Wolverine, I'm just going to let sit, because I think next turn I'm going to hit him, because once we defeat him, he only has 8 hit points. So once we defeat him, we get to remove threat from the main scheme and flip him over, which I'm definitely going to do next turn. So we're just going to wait for right now. I'm going to ready everybody. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 are Wiggle Room, Ms Frizzle, Sneak By, Dig Deep, and Martial Prowess. All right, good. So yeah, we'll do that. Next turn, we're going to swing on him. Primarily because then we'll get this down, and then we can start thwarting to get us out of here. Groovy. All right, put a threat on the main scheme. Collector's going to attack me for 1 plus nothing. I'm not going to waste Wiggle Room for 1 damage, so I'll just take the 1 damage. Because Wiggle Room kicks in when you take any amount of damage, so it doesn't matter. I can see it before I do it. All right, and my bad card is Captive Hope. Hope Summers cannot ready. Oh, excuse me. Ms Frizzle cannot ready. When revealed, exhaust Ms Frizzle, who's not in play, so forget that noise. But I still need to deal with it. All right, now that that's done, we're going to put Ms Frizzle into play. She does not count against my ally limit. And her base is equal to the thwart and attack of my hero, which right now is still 0. All right, now Wolverine's gonna exhaust and hit the Collector for 3, so brings him to 10. His hit points are 8, so force center up. When revealed, remove 3 threat from the main scheme. And flip this card instead. Alright, so he cannot be defeated. When the round ends, flip this card, then reset hit point down to his printed hit points. And that screwed up a little bit of his ability, so he should have put 2 damage on Ms. Marvel, because I did not notice that he gets X to his scheme in his attack, where X equal to the main scheme. So he hit me for 2 extra, so that was 3. I should have used wiggle room, but oh well. All right, Red Dagger, you go ahead and knock the last threat off of this, so this goes away. When the last threat's removed from this scheme, advance stage 3A. I can't advance now because Ms Frizzle is in play, and she knows how to drive the magic school bus. All right, well, when revealed, place Flip Library Labyrinth. Place 1 acceleration token on the main scheme. I'll do that in a minute. And shuffle the remaining cards from Ship Encounter, these, into the Encounter deck. All right, now 3B. Exhaust Milano, remove 3 threat from this scheme. If there's no threat here, we win. So it starts with 8. And a acceleration token. And out of library. All right, now 3B. Exhaust Milano, remove 3 threat from this scheme. If there's no threat here, we win. So it starts with 8. And a acceleration token. And out of libraries, now museum ship. Hold on to your butts. Forced interrupt. When the villain phase begins, choose 1. Exhaust Milano and take 2 indirect damage, or assign 3 indirect damage. Okay. All right, that's my don't forget counter. Hopefully I don't forget. Okay, I might be able to win this turn right now. So I'm going to try, and if not, we can definitely win it next turn, as long as nothing really terrible happens. All right, exhaust for 1, exhaust for 2. To play Sneak By, remove 3 threat from a scheme. I'll remove it from the main scheme, obviously. Then I'm going to exhaust Ms. Marvel to use Morphogenics. Exhaust, return that event to my hand. Pay 2 more resources, and Sneak By again. So remove 3 more threat from the main scheme. No, 3 more threats, so it should be 2, not 3. Oh yeah, Sadak will exhaust to remove the last 2. We have removed the last threat from the scheme, so we have won. We have escaped the Mad Museum. Ms Frizzle will live to teach another day. The school board won't get sued because all the students came back, for the most part, in one piece. And that was a fun, weird scenario, so I definitely appreciate that. Either way, guys, I thank you very much for hanging out with me today in this adventure. I do appreciate it, and I will catch you on the next game. Take care.